Hello everybody, welcome to Isekai Quartet episode 6, that's a 6, anime review. This episode, they've set up like the next few episodes and like the skits we're gonna get. I didn't write down what everyone's like job class was. I didn't, it'll be more exciting. I mean, it's all written there. Just go to that part of the episode and write down yourselves. I almost did, but then I was like, okay, my notes getting crammed. I'll leave it to everyone else. But anyway, yeah, solid episode. It's just too enjoyable. Like, it really bothers me that it's only 10 minutes. I hope to see 20 minutes next sequel. Make a second Isekai Quartet, throw in a shield, throw in a slime, throw in whatever else you want, and make it 20 minutes. And I'll love you forever, please. The episode begins with our plot of this episode, and it's, hey, who's going to be the class rep? Team Overlord decides, hey, Ainz is pretty good at ruling people. Look at us, we're great and not at all, like, a little bit messed up in the head and evil. It is real. They are like still evil. Well, not evil. Evil's the wrong word, but they're kind of evil. But their banter with everyone is really like enjoyable. Like Aqua and Albedo this week was good. When we get there, we'll get there. What else happened? Aqua, yeah, obviously they vote for Ainz or whatever. Aqua is having none of it. It's like, I will not be represented by a skeleton man. I am the goddess who is going to cause all the problems. And then Albedo calls her ugly. And I'm like, that's very harsh. Like, insults are fine, but that's harsh, man. And Aqua doesn't Aqua. It's like, Kazuma, she called me ugly. Again, twice. And he's like, yes, I am Kazuma. I'm like, Kazuma, never change. Never change, my friend. Never change. I want more Konosuba. We're not going to get that movie for months, are we? Years. Oh. It's canon as well. Anyway, then, that was definitely not me sneakily looking at my notes. Tanya is having none of it. She's like, if I led this place, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to do that. But then Emilia wants to do it. And I'm like, okay. I kind of like, you got like Ainz, who's a leader. You got Aqua, who's a goddess, that's kind of like a leader. She has a church, that's a leader. Got Emilia, who's like a candidate to be a leader. Tanya's not really she's a leader of a battalion. Yeah, it kind of makes sense. I guess that makes sense. So you got like the leader classes. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that before now. Yeah, even though Tanya had nothing to do with it. But it was very clear after this. There was like a slight thing with Roswell where he like made a face. He's like, I'm gonna fix this. I don't know how he fixed it. But magic? Let's go with magic. Magic is always the answer. But then the results are out. Emilia is the class rep. Ainz is the sub rep. I've forgotten what they're called. Vice rep. And then there's a second vice rep position that Aqua had, but then she's like, I don't want to work with Ainz. Evil skeleton man. Backer. She doesn't say backer much. She says far worse things. But then all of Team Overlord are like, hey, we want to be working with Mr. Ainz, Lord Ainz, including the boy. I mean, I'm not going to say there's anything wrong with that. I've forgotten names as well. Aura? That's not the boy one, is it? Ah, that's the only one I've forgotten. That's so annoying. Oh, it's the boy twin that looks like a girl. And there's the girl twin that's dressed like a boy. See, I remember. I think Aura's the girl. Oh man, that's infuriating. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, and then the Tanya people are looking at Ainz's harem. They're like, man, even skeleton dudes get a harem. I'm like, that's class. That's very funny. Meanwhile, the girl members of the platoon, I guess, are like, men are weird. That's motivating in the battlefield is a harem. And I'm like, I don't remember Tanya being this silly. I mean, obviously they've made it sillier for the purposes of Isekai Quartet, but I'm like, they're really funny, these lads. Like, I don't know any of their names, but they're funny. Very, very good. But then they draw names again to pick out all the jobs, basically. And that's what we get the next segment. So yeah, the positions get revealed. Like I said, I've not made notes of them all. Albedo got the vice presidency alongside, or vice representative alongside Ainz, which she was very happy about. And I'm like, okay, it's definitely fixed. And then like there's a bunch of others, like Animal Care, which had Subaru and who else was in there? Aqua, Subaru, Aqua, and one person from Tanya. Like that already? I don't know. Some of them are going to be really weird. Like I don't know what's going to happen, and I'm very excited to see the things. I'm going to write down, I think, all the lists myself, just so I can project in my head what's going to happen with all the skits. But yeah, very interesting. They got all like inter-series teams. Like I was like, yes, I'm on board with this. This is what I want. I want the interactions between the characters that should never meet. It's lovely. I love it. Lovely is not what I would call it. It's delightful. It's another word meaning the same thing. It's mental. That's a better word. Mental. But then the Floor Guardians from Overlord all think this is a good time to gather intelligence because we're going to take over this world. Meanwhile, Irons is there like, oh guys, in his head he's like, all right, let's not do that. Let's just enjoy our life here, kind of. But he's got to maintain appearances. He is a skeleton man after all. But then there's kind of in between sections, so I'll just include it here. We have Biko, who has gone to like interrogate Roswell. He's like, you obviously fixed the drawings. What are you doing? Like, what's the plan here? And then he pretends he's got nothing up his sleeve when he's actually got many things up his sleeve because he looks like a clown, and clowns have things up their sleeves. It's comedy. It's comedy, guys. It's very funny. Next part begins with Kazuma, like, I guess, like kind of like writing a diary or narrating a diary to his parents about his new life in this school environment. He's stuck to the floor because Demiurge used its magic on him, and then Tanya made him stand up because that's a team. Kazuma, Kazuma, Tanya, and Demiurge, which is an interesting squad, I will admit. Didn't see that one coming, but it's very funny because Kazuma is in for a world of hell. Not hurt, hell. I said the right thing. Yeah. Because they're getting buddy-buddy, Tanya and Demiurge. Kazuma is there, like, pretending to be happy. He's not happy. He's got crying tears. He's like, I like the callback to him being a NEET too. He's like, I'm never going to school again. This is terrible. I need to stop coming to school. Like, little callback, but I doubt that's going to be allowed. Maybe he'll try. Maybe he'll try and stay home, and then someone will come get him. Meanwhile, Subaru is being a good ex-NEET and coming to school fine. He's got Amelia's there, so he'll do anything for her. Poor Rem. Poor Rem. And then our final segment, we have the gym squad. We have Darkness, Cocytus, and then 3 guys from Tanya whose names I don't know. Essentially, this segment is Darkness being Darkness, and the guys responding in an adequately confused and concerned way. That's the last segment. Darkness is like, it's got many arms, he's going to do things, and then she turns on one of the... It's mental. It's definitely Darkness being Darkness. I didn't like Darkness so much at first. This is completely off. But then I've got, recently, Konosuba, the light novel, which I'm reading, it's made me like her more. I'm not going to say anything that happens, but like I've got a new appreciation for her. But the weirdness she does, it's not weird. If you're a masochist, that's fine. That's fine. That's not a weird thing. But like, to each their own and all that. But it's not one of the more things I like about her. There are other things I like about her more, other characteristics that make her good. But I'm not going to spoil the light novels just in case people want to read them. I recommend. Or they get animated, hopefully. One day. But yeah, that was this week's episode of Isekai Quartet with some anecdotes about Konosuba in there because the book recently came out and I want to talk about it. I'm very much enjoying it. I like the setup they've done for the different groups. Like, I haven't read the exact things. I think Shoutir and Rem are on nurse duty. I think I remember seeing that one. That is a pair and a job that I want to see. Like, I can only imagine what's going to happen. Get Subaru and Ainz in the nurse's office. Get hurt or something. And then them two and oh my god, I've figured out a skit, guys. I just figured that out. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought about it and everything. I'll see you next week for another exciting episode.